Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a game so good, it's going to single-handedly get gamers to buy a Nintendo Switch console. It may just seem like your typical fighting game on the surface, but it's much more than that. An installment of the franchise has been released on every Nintendo console since the N64, and we're going to tell you why Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is the best one yet. The big reason why Super Smash Bros. Is such an intriguing series is that it combines so many characters from different iconic franchises into a single game. Not only that, but you can take any of these characters and pin them against each other. If you want to see Mario go toe-to-toe with his brother Luigi and take that sibling rivalry to a whole new level, you could do that. If you want Peach to finally enact her revenge on Bowser for constantly kidnapping her, yeah, it could happen in Super Smash Bros. If you're a huge Pokemon fan, you can pit Pikachu, Jigglypuff, Pichu, Pokemon Trainer, Lucario, Greninja, and Incineroar all against each other to see who's the strongest. These are just a few examples of the possible matchups you could get in the game. These opportunities are endless, which is a common theme in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. The only reason you could have all of these incredible matchups is because of the huge roster of characters in the game. If you thought Super Smash Bros. 4 had a lot of characters, and it did, then you're going to be shocked when you finally unlock the full cast of characters in Ultimate. You only start off with the original 8 from the first Super Smash Bros. On Nintendo 64, and every 10 minutes or so of the game, you unlock another character until you have the full roster of 73 characters. And that's not counting Piranha Plant, who will take it up to 74. Why is it so large? Well, that's because every single character that has previously appeared in any of the 4 Super Smash Bros. Games is in Ultimate. This gives it the most impressive roster of any fighting game on the market. That roster of 73 characters, or 74 depending on the way you look at it, isn't only comprised of returning characters though. There are 12 completely new characters in Ultimate, and even more to come through DLC. For starters, we have Piranha Plant, who we mentioned earlier as the first DLC character to be released, but we also have Princess Daisy, who's Princess Peach's Echo Fighter, meaning she just has the exact same moves as Peach. We even have Dark Samus, who's an Echo Fighter to Samus, obviously, Chrome, who's Roy's Echo Fighter, and Ken, who's Ryu's Echo Fighter. Then we have Simon from Castlevania and his Echo Fighter, Richter, who are some of the best characters in the entire game. Making up the rest of the new fighters are King K. Rool, Incineroar, Inkling, Isabelle, and Ridley. They're all interesting characters with diverse movesets, but that's nothing new. Every character other than the Echo Fighters has a diverse moveset, which makes them unique. Kirby has his copy ability, Mario has his fireballs, Luigi has his awkwardness, Marth has his tipper, and Roy does more damage with the hilt of his sword. Every character has their own thing that makes them unique. Now, some of these movesets are better than others. You have Marth, who's very good at spacing, Sonic, who's incredibly fast, and Donkey Kong, who can dish out some tremendous damage. But they also have their drawbacks. If you're using a heavy character, expect to see more startup and end lag in their moves. If you're using a quick character, expect their moves to be weak, and if you're using a light character, expect to be sent flying at around 50%. This diversity in characters and their movesets is one of the most enticing features of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. While Super Smash Bros. Ultimate may not include every single stage from previous Smash games like the roster, there are still so many to choose from, it's actually insane. There are only 17 stages from previous games that didn't make the cut, which means, yep, there are 105 total stages in the game, and at least one from every different franchise on the roster. Not only are there 105 stages, but each of them has their regular form, a battlefield form, which consists of one big platform at the bottom and 3 smaller ones, and an Omega form, which is just one single long platform. This means you could literally play on any type of map you could think of. We love playing on any battlefield form stage, but we also love stages full of hazards that make things interesting. There's a lot to love about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, and the stages are just one of them. Another thing that there's plenty of in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate are items. Sure, the pros may not use them, and we don't really recommend using them while you're learning new characters, but they're great for spicing things up so the game doesn't get stale. Yeah, you're right. What are we talking about? It's impossible for Ultimate to get stale. Sorry. There are 92 total items in the game coming from so many different franchises. Pretty much everything you could think of is in this game. All of the classic items like the Home Run Bat, Hammer, Capsule, and Pokeball are still in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, as well as plenty of new items. Our favorite new item is Death Scythe from Castlevania, which kinda acts like the Home Run Bat. If you smash attack a heavily damaged opponent with it, it'll instantly KO them. Death gets what death wants. Introducing Super Smash Bros. Brawl, Smash Balls are the most powerful item of them all since they give you the ability to use your character's final smash. Be careful though, because there are some fake Smash Balls as well. They're typically more aggressive than the real ones, so it's fairly easy to tell the difference. ProsafiaGaming shows us every final smash in the game, and they're so darn cool. We expect some of them to be wacky, like Wario turning into Wario Man and bowing opponents for an easy KO, or Jigglypuff turning so big she launches everyone off screen. But they still leave us laughing every single time. Not all of them are funny though. Some final smashes are absolutely devastating. Simon puts his opponent in a coffin before using his chain to send them to the moon, and the cute lovable Yoshi calls in a stampede to take out his opponents. The characters show their might with these epic final smashes. What is life without music? It makes us feel happy, and sometimes we can't help but start dancing. With Super Smash Bros. Ultimate for the Nintendo Switch, you pretty much have an epic portable MP3 player that only plays the dopest Nintendo music. The game features more than 24 hours of music over 718 different tracks. That's absolutely incredible if you think about it. Move aside Spotify, hello Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, huh? Seriously though, that's a lot of music. Now of course, some games are represented more than others, but there's nowhere else you could get so much Nintendo music in one place. We're sure the guys at Nintendo have the music of the game playing in the background all day long, and don't even get us started on the main theme, Lifelight. It brings a tear to our eye just thinking about it. It's so beautiful. A staple of Super Smash Bros. Has been the controllers. Since Brawl, controller options have been pretty much endless. It's as if there's nothing that can't be used to play Super Smash Bros., but trying to play the game with your smartphone might require some next-level hacking. Anyway, with Ultimate, it's no different. Using an adapter, you could use your old GameCube controller from the original console, or you could buy an official one that could plug into the USB port of your Switch. If your setup doesn't really allow for wired controllers, PowerA made an affordable wireless GameCube controller for the Switch that we highly recommend. The Joy-Cons are tough to get used to, but if you have a Switch Pro controller, it's more than capable to play the game at a competitive level. We wouldn't say it's better than the GameCube controller, but it's up there. The most popular single-player mode since the original game on the N64 has been Classic Mode. You could play as any character you want, win a few battles, and take on Master Hand, Crazy Hand, or both in the final round. Sounds simple enough. You select an intensity to start on between 1.0 and 5.0, and if you play your cards right, you'll complete the mode at 9.9 intensity like BeardBear. In Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, every character has a unique story, which means that they'll each face their own unique set of enemies. Also, the final boss isn't necessarily always going to be Master Hand or Crazy Hand or both. It could be a unique boss to that franchise. For example, Kirby goes toe-to-toe against Marx. No, not Karl Marx, although we'd love to see that. Kirby's Marx is the main antagonist from Milky Way Wishes. It's a great choice. Along with Classic Mode, you have the World of Light Adventure Mode. In this mode, fighters team up with spirits to defeat an ultimate enemy known as Galeem and his army of Master Hands. The opening cutscene was epic, with every single member of the roster turning over to the dark side and only Kirby surviving. Just like everyone else, GameXplain was forced to use Kirby for a short time at the beginning of the mode, but he's not a very good character, so we recommend switching to a different fighter as soon as you can. Sorry, Kirby. The use of spirits is really interesting and allows you to customize your character by giving them strengths and weaknesses they wouldn't necessarily have otherwise. These spirits are characters from all over the different franchises in the game and really add some diversity to an already incredibly diverse game. The mode might get repetitive, but with all the other modes available, it's a great addition. Now, Nintendo doesn't have the best track record when it comes to online functionality. Right. They've been light years behind the PlayStation Network and Xbox Live for years now, and it's no different with the Switch Online service. It's not bad, but it's far from polished. The same can be said about the online capabilities of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. When it's working fine, like it has been for Zent, it's awesome. You can challenge anyone from across the globe and showcase your skills against real players. It's something truly special, but the menus are pointlessly complicated. You can't change characters without leaving the lobby, and there's lag spikes at times. While this sounds negative, the online capabilities of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate are a step in the right direction. The thing is, we're getting a bit fed up of baby steps and want to finally get a fully fleshed out experience, but it's still good fun, so we can't complain too much. Moving on. Another one of the features we love about Super Smash Bros. Ultimate are the diverse rule sets in the game. Whether you want to have a stock match, a timed match, or a stamina match, they're all available. My favorite has to be 4 stock, 10-minute time limit matches with items on medium frequency. It's just crazy hectic. We also love 999 unlimited time stamina matches, They truly feel like a fight to the death for how long they take. On top of all that, you could even have up to 8 players duking it out in a battle royale. There are even advanced settings where you can edit a bunch of little details to truly make your rule set unique. You could try out any of the 2 rule sets we recommended, or just keep the standard 5-minute timed match. It's all up to you, and that is the beauty of it. While it might not have taken off just yet, since the game is still relatively new, the competitive scene for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is going to be huge. It's essentially going to replace the pro scene of Smash 4 and Brawl, if anyone even still plays that game competitively. At E3, they held a Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Invitational, where the best players in the world would play the yet-to-be-released game. Dragon Smash shows us Zero, who's widely regarded as the best Smash 4 player on the planet, against MKLeo. Using Mario, who isn't the greatest fighter by any means, Zero defeats MKLeo 2-1 to win the Super Smash Bros. Ultimate Invitational, and it was an incredible matchup. Surely there's going to be even more amazing tournaments to come, and we honestly can't wait. Maybe you'll even be in one of them? Practice makes perfect, kids. Speaking of competitive play, one of the main deciders when it comes to picking a character to main is where they appear on the tier list. Now, the official tier list has yet to be created just yet, but after a few tournaments, we'll be able to see which characters the pros are leaning towards. It doesn't look like any characters are going to be banned from competitive play, so we don't think there'll be an SS tier. But we expect there to be an S, A, B, C, D, E, and F tiers. Some of the best fighters we used are Bayonetta, Cloud, Simon, Pikachu, and Marth. We're sure these characters will be in the S or A tier. Some of the worst have to be Kirby, Luigi, and Jigglypuff, who are all in the original 12. Our sleeper pick is Greninja. He's a great character who should be in the B tier. Another new addition to the game that you're going to need to master if you truly want to be a pro player is the perfect shield technique, also known as parrying. Izaw Smash has a great tutorial on how to do it that you can access right here on YouTube. We recommend checking it out after you watch this video. If you've noticed, the shield isn't quite what it used to be. Attacks have been buffed to deal more damage to it than ever before. When you perfect shield or parry an attack, your shield won't take any damage. To activate it, you release the shield button as soon as the attack is about to hit. It'll give you the ability to get some quick attacks in on your opponent before they even realize what's going on, because they'll be frozen for quite a few frames. It's an interesting tactic that we're looking forward to seeing at the pro level. Super Smash Bros. 4 was the first game in the series to include DLC, and while it has haters, we like the DLC format for Smash games. It's a great way for Nintendo to keep us talking about Smash, and it definitely works. They keep the DLC characters a secret for as long as they want, and when they unveil them, it's always a surprising character. Now, those who pre-ordered the game will get Piranha Plant when he's officially released, but the only other confirmed DLC character is Joker. No, not the Joker from Batman, although that would be one of the greatest mashups of all time. It's Joker from Persona 5. Honestly, we would be absolutely shocked if Waluigi isn't one of the DLC characters. In fact, we would probably riot in the streets if he doesn't become a member of the Ultimate roster. Seriously, a Piranha Plant got into the game first? Come on! Let's be honest, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is a pretty complex game. Learning the ins and outs of each character can take hours upon hours of training. Then there's all the crazy combos you can hit. That would add even more hours to the training. We'd go so far to say as that mastering every character in the game is pretty much impossible unless you plan on putting thousands of hours into it. Finding a main that suits your playstyle is the best way to go. Then you can just focus on that one character and learn about the techniques that make him or her so good for you. There's also all the strategies and quick thinking you need to do during a battle to keep yourself in control. You need to use spacing to your advantage, edge guard when necessary, bait your opponent when you can, and oh, so much more. But Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is also simple in its complexity. If you think about it, all the moves in the game come from 2 buttons that, when combined with the analog stick, can create different variations. Then you have one shoulder button that grabs and one that uses the shield. It's super simple if you play the game casually. It's always the pros who find a way to take a game as simple as Ultimate, dive into the advanced stats, and turn it into a complex mathematical problem full of frames, startup lag, and end lag. Most casual players won't even know what any of that means. Some of us just want to play a game to enjoy it and don't strive to be the very best like no one ever was, as if we're Ash Ketchum or something. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate gives you that freedom. Not everything has to be about winning. Just ask any casual Smash player. We're here to have fun, kids. At the end of the day, whether you're a casual or competitive Super Smash Bros. Ultimate player, the game is just a good old-fashioned fun party game. In what other video game can Mario, Sheik, Diddy Kong, Bayonetta, and Simon go head-to-head in a battle to the sort of but not really death? Absolutely none. It's one of the greatest games on the market because of these incredible matchups that can't be replicated in any other game unless you use mods or some other type of sorcery. You don't need to take the game as seriously as we do either. Just invite a few friends over and play some hectic 4-player free-for-all games or even some 2 versus 2 team battles. Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is here for the long haul, so just enjoy the ride. Those are all the reasons why Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is such a great game. Are you enjoying it so far? Who do you main? Is there anything we missed? Let us know in the comment section below, and don't forget to subscribe to The Gamer for more SSBU videos just like this one. Thanks for watching.